companion cube. You made it. Oh boy. What's over here, though? Is the tube the cube came from? Close that tube. Even re-scoot yourself back in. Oh, just one time apparently. It was not awfully suspicious. Now let's try to take the cube with us.
Did something happen? I wasn't watching. I honestly, truly didn't think you'd fall for that.
Oh man, it was a trick. Now she wants us to give it back. Okay. That wall closes. However, there is an extra context for that scene.
Did something happen? I wasn't watching. I honestly, truly didn't think you'd fall for that.
Instead of giving her the cube back, you can now write your fuse and dump it. You can dump it.
Did you think that would be funny?
Yes.
That's not funny.
It is funny. You can fuse Gladys.
Let's see what the next test is. Oh, advanced aerial faceplates. Well, have fun soaring through the air without a care in the world. Oh no, the turbines again. I have to go. Wait, this next... Did something happen? Did you think that would be funny? Let's see what the next test is. Oh, advanced aerial faceplates. That's not funny. Well, have fun soaring through the air without a care in the world. Oh no, the turbines again. I have to go. Wait, this next test does require some explanation. Let me give you the fast version. There. If you have any questions, just remember what I said in slow motion. Test on your own recognizance. I'll be right back.
We're just gonna ignore that little accident that happened right there. Anyways though, radio. It's already on, but it's not playing anything. Anyway, this route band is also mostly the same, so I don't need to say anything about it. There's a goo pit down there. Goodbye. Anywho, come through here. It's a little dangerous. It's a nice little L grading. Here's where a test starts to change, though. Need the portal quickly. See, that panel is no longer portable, so you need to think. Let me just go here. Ah, I made a little hole in the wall here. This is what you have to do next. Whee! Oh, I shot the wrong portal. Oh, that's awkward. Where am I? Okay. You know, this part is rather infamously changed. As you can see, there's a giant laser grid over there. And it's on a timer dictated by this rotating thing over here. It's being activated by these 4 nodes around this rotating laser. And that, I may admit, is a mistake I made after not having people help me at this part of the project. Basically, it's a big mistake. Before I deal with that, though, I should probably get rid of these turrets. Yeah, that laser grid over there is admittedly a rather big mistake. The church out of the way. I will admit it's a rather big mistake. As you can see, there is a laser grid here of death. There's a faith plate here that's not active. I'm just gonna save right here. Let's say the danger music playing in the background right now is not playing without reason. Basically. Oh, I messed it up. Hold on. You have to do a very fast fling. Well, the laser... This faith plate is now permanently activated, but now you have to do it with a rather risky fling. How do you do this again? You don't do it by carelessly falling off the ledge like that. Or no. You just have to time this. This is very dangerous. You can hear in the background, as the laser is activated, it beeps. 1, 2, 3. Well, 3 it turns out. You have to time this very carefully. 3. Ah! Whew. Okay. It's very hard to time. It's very dangerous. There's a little bit of panic. I'm just gonna stop and take a breather for a moment, because gee whiz. Yeah, because this is where it gets extra dangerous. You have to time it extra. Crud! Right, you see, that's where the big mistake lies. You also have to time this well with the lasers, which really was a bad idea on my part. You know, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. That's too dangerous. Try that again. Yeah. Okay. It's very dangerous right there. Now you just jump down to get back. Yeah, that's the hardest part. Like, I mean, it's the worst part of this whole remake because I made it unintentionally very hard. And I kind of regret it. Well, it's too late to change it at this point, really. It is what it is now. That's really probably the worst part of this whole remake. Because how hard it is. You know, this room. This room is spelled the same. It's very fun, though. Whee! Whoa! It's portal shading. So there's the radio. Do you see it?
Well done. In fact, you did so well, I'm going to note this on your file, in the commendation section. Oh, there's lots of room here. Did well. Enough.
Now on to Chamber 19. Chamber 19, what should be the last one, right?
You have a gift for these tests. That's not just flattery. You are great at science.
We start off with Laser Joe. Now, isn't this familiar? Also, if you leave the platform alone for too long, you get off of it and leave it alone for too long, it will start to head back. Oh dear. We're going to see that heat right here in a second. Because I kind of failed this part miserably. You see? Just boop. Starts going back in our direction. Now, this part can be a little bit annoying, honestly. You have to jump rope with lasers. It's so easy to get bumped off right here. Is it any better or worse than the insta-death laser pellet? Sure, pull through. It's not cake. It's death.
Well done. Interesting note. I only created this test to watch test subjects fail, and you didn't. You must be very, very proud. I'm building the world's smallest trophy for you.
Well, that was different. There's no fire pit here. Goodbye, platform. I'll miss you. Also, when the platform is lowering there, it can accidentally push you off, because source engine physics. Anyways, though,
Before you leave, why don't we do one more test, for old time's sake?
it's apparently one more test, instead of just death, but however, you may notice there's an area up there. You fling up there. Looky look, it's our old friend companion radio from Escape from Aperture, but now it's the retro companion cube. What are you doing here, friend? Well, alright then. A little cameo from another series. What could this last test be, then?
I thought we could test like we used to, but I'm discovering things about you that I never saw before. We can't ever go back to the way it was.
Well, that seems already stressed. Now here we are in new territory. Chamber 20. This chamber is basically the escape sequence from Portal made into a test chamber. It is rather ominous. Step into the middle. We have a turret gauntlet to start off with. Just like in Portal 1. Gotta defend yourself. Now let's advance to the next part. There's no laser here, so instead we gotta move this one over. Now the pattern's a little bit different. Gotta stay on your toes with that. And now, this is a bit different. So there's another laser spot here, but there's a node right here that activates a death grid apparently. There's your portal there, and its death grid slowly starts lowering on us. So if the laser is left unblocked for too long, it starts blocking off your access. You die very easily, so that's dangerous. So we gotta keep on our toes even more now. Oh, behind us. Well, we seemingly solved that conundrum. Oh dear. I almost forgot about that. Jesus. Let's raise that back up. Move that away. Okay then. So step back for a second. Let's look at these tubes traversing the length of this chamber. If you get stuck as a catwalk, you can use to walk back. Anyways, though, this looks rather foreboding. There's a rocket turret. Now this right here is a little mock boss fight with Gladys, except it's just personality cores that we have to hit with the rockets. And admittedly, this is the next big mistake after that death grid in the last chamber, because it's actually really hard to hit these cores. This is admittedly a mistake. I don't remember if the rocket actually can kill you here, but I'm not going to risk it. So what you're supposed to do is to get the rockets to hit all of these cores. But, you know, it's easier said than done. Yeah, it's very hard. And I admittedly regret doing this. It's not the best idea. You gotta hit the core right in the face. As you can tell, this is very difficult. I mean, maybe if somebody's very good at playing Portal, they can do that without any problem. However, I'm going to admit this is a fully mistake, and I'm just going to cheat. Well, if I can even hit them. I'm a terrible shot. You should hit a core, and it activates this little node over here. Go in. It's dropped a core for you to pick up. You know, if you know Portal 1, you might know what you have to do now. You gotta do that on all 4 cores. The cores you shot will come back, but their eye will be red, as you can see here. Anyways, yeah, this was a mistake and not very fun, or very possible. So I apologize for my full ineptitude. I was going to cheat the rest of my way through this. Yeah, this had big ambitions, but in the end it was nothing but a big mistake. Just going to incinerate all the cores. Had I had somebody guiding me, this probably wouldn't have gone as badly, but, well, it is what it is now, and I can't change that. I hit this last core. Come on. Stop missing. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Wait, what? Oh, that's not supposed to happen. I hit the same one twice. Well, okay. I guess that works. And now we can end the torture. That is my mistake.
Congratulations on completing that test. But something seems off. You just keep testing and testing, with perfect results and no consequences.
Perfect results, huh? I kind of doubt that, but okay, whatever you say. What does this even do? I don't remember what this does. Right? Oh. Portal in there, please. What does that do? Oh, that turns off that grid. Okay. Maybe that... Does that happen normally? Oh. Go ahead. Oh. That turns it off temporarily. Seems you gotta be quick. Okay, alright then. We've beaten the boss. Now what lies behind the chamber? It's a cake sign. That's promising, isn't it?
I'm
Oh dear.
sorry. I don't know why that went off.
One last shape. Now a hall of cameras, as we're being watched. Is foreboding, isn't it?
I thought about our dilemma, and I came up with a solution that I honestly think works out best for one of both of us.
Did you know? So this is looking awfully familiar now. It's a very familiar corridor. That's somewhere different. Somewhere else familiar. This door's locked. So instead... cake and companion cube. Could it be? It couldn't be, could it? Oh no.
Seriously, though. Goodbye.
Oh no, we're trapped. If we choose to wake up.
Good morning. You have been in suspension for 50 days. In compliance with state and federal regulations, all testing candidates in the Aperture Science Extended Relaxation Center must be revived periodically for a mandatory physical and mental wellness exercise. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, look up at the ceiling. Good. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, look down at the floor. Good. This completes the gymnastic portion of your mandatory physical and mental wellness exercise. There is a framed painting on the wall. Please go stand in front of it. This is art. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, stare at the art. You should now feel mentally reinvigorated. If you suspect staring at art has not provided the required intellectual sustenance, reflect briefly on this classical music. Good. The portal will open and emergency testing will begin in 3, 2, 1.
Now you could just go through the entire testing track again by going through that door and persisting the testing. However, if you wish to rethink your choice, please use this elevator.
I thought we could test like we used to, but I'm discovering things about you that I never saw before. We can't ever go back to the way it was.
if that wasn't the right choice to wake up.
I'm sorry. I don't know why that went off. I thought about our dilemma, and I came up with a solution that I honestly think works out best for one of both of us. Seriously, though, goodbye.
Now, as we stand here, trapped in the original dilapidated Chamber Zero from the beginning of Portal 2, let me explain to you what was going on here. Portal 1 remakes and Portal 2 are a retired concept, yes? Very much. So, while this falls to that trope, it's also a metaphorical take on the concept, personified through Gladys. Everyone remaking the Portal 1 chambers, in their truest intent, are trying to relive the glory days of Portal 1, to recapture the wonder it was. In story, Gladys is doing the same, endlessly rebuilding, reconstructing, remodifying the original Portal 1 chambers, and sending infinite copies of Chell through it, aligning with that theory from the original game, where Gladys was sending clones of Chell through the testing course, and only one happened to persist through the whole thing. All in the name of trying to recreate that science high she felt back in the day when this was all just only happening for the first time. First few times, even. But, as the choices of dialogue emphasized in the maps, it's just not enough. You can't just recreate that feeling. You can't synthesize that production of dopamine. No matter how many times you repeat the experiment, you just won't get the same results. And you know what they say about the definition of insanity? That might just apply here. Gladys, desperate to relive the glory days, keeps repeating this experiment again and again and again, to the point where she's even surprised when one of the Shells manages to make it to Chamber 6 again. She even starts reasoning with Chell later on that she herself admits that this isn't working anymore. So, what's the one thing that keeps persisting the cycle? You, the player, the test subject. Every time you choose to leave that stasis bed and recomplete Gladys' puzzles, you're furthering the cycle of insanity, your stubborn nature. Gladys may keep reviving you, but the only way the cycle can end is by your own hand. Instead of waking up and persisting the cycle, the only way to win, the only true way to escape, is to put it to rest and end the cycle yourself. Please assume the party escort submission position.
Thank you for participating in this Aperture Science computer-aided enrichment activity. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That's the spirit.